Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Healing Journey Live. I am Ernest James, uh, a mental health advocate and your grief guide on this journey of healing that we're walking you through, right, as we learn to heal from our grief. This is episode number 5. We've been doing this for a little while. We come live to you every Tuesday and Thursday as God permits at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can also find this on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, various locations. Again, this is Ernest James, and this is your healing journey. So welcome. Also, I want to let you guys know our Healing Journey Live is brought to us by our Deal to Heal School for Living, which is our community on the school platform. It helps us to finish, not to finish, but it helps us to keep our mission going, right? Which is to help people deal, heal, and fulfill, to deal with your problems, to heal from the pain, and to fulfill your purpose. That is our overall mission. But this, your journey live, your healing journey live is the journey that we take every week to help you, give you tips and tools to help you process your grief as you're grieving. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. Again, we're brought to you by the Deal to Heal School for Living on the school platform. Make sure you guys go and check it out. We have resources and workshops there to help you guys further along on your healing journey. 2 workshops in particular, which is embracing your grief and maintaining your faith during your mourning. We also have other workshops there as well. So you guys can go check it out. The first 7 days are absolutely free. After that, it's $27 a month, and you have access to a new workshop every week. So make sure you guys go check that out. And if anytime during this broadcast you want to look it up, just scan the QR code in the corner. Which one of these corners that is it. And you guys can go there and check it out. Again, absolutely free for the first 7 days. So make sure you guys go and do that. So this week, I want to talk to you guys. Well, not this week because we've already been on Tuesday. So today, I want to talk to you guys about your grief and your physical health, right? Your grief and your physical health, because as we know, when we're grieving, it affects us physically as well as emotionally and mentally. But a lot of times, because we are so emotional in the midst of our grief, in the midst of our grieving, in the midst of our mourning, that we don't really pay attention to our physical and how it is affecting us physically. So we want to make sure that we're taking out the time to pay attention to our bodies, pay attention to how our bodies is physically feeling, as well as how we are feeling mentally and emotionally as well. And so as you begin to grieve, there are different ways that your body can react. One of them, you may lose your appetite, right? You may lose your appetite. You might not have the appetite to eat, but you still need to eat, right? Also, if you're sick, if you're already sick before you start grieving, it may even increase some of the symptoms of your sickness, whatever that sickness is, whether it's just, a cold or just a headache or whatever that is, whatever those things are. If you are already dealing with some health issues, then that emotional turmoil that you might be going through during your grief will also increase those as well, or increase those symptoms as well. So we want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. Definitely make sure we're eating right. We want to really pay attention to our eating before we're grieving, right? We want to pay attention to our eating, make sure that we're eating healthy as possible. A lot of times we are dealing with some of the things, and we have pre-diagnosed illnesses because of some of our eating habits, including diabetes, which is definitely prevalent in the African American community because we usually have some things with a lot of sugar, right? So we want to make sure that we're paying attention to that, even outside of our grief, making sure that we are taking our meds if we have to take our meds, that we are checking our blood pressure, number one, but also our sugar. Make sure we're checking our sugar levels on a day-to-day basis, because one of the things that I've come to know, especially as dealing with diabetes, is sometimes your body reacts immediately when your levels start getting high, right? But if your levels are high on a regular basis, then your body slowly stops reacting to it until it gets even higher. And because your body stopped reacting to it, if you're not taking your meds, if you're not paying attention to it, if you're not checking your sugar on a daily basis, then your sugar will go even higher before you even recognize how high it is. And then that can be very dangerous, because your sugar can get up to a point where you can go into a diabetic coma because your sugar levels are so high, and different things like that. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves before we have to deal with any grief, because once the grief starts, then that's going to even amplify some of the symptoms that we have, especially if we find comfort in eating during our grief, right? While we're dealing with grief. So now we're eating more candy. Now we're eating more chocolate. Now we're eating more of these things that's not necessarily good for us, but it's comforting to us during the grieving process. And so if we're not taking care of ourselves before we start grieving, once we start grieving and we get these urges to eat more unhealthy, looking for that comfort in the food, that can be even make things even worse for us physically in our bodies, as well as dealing with the emotional stress that comes from grieving. And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves the best that we can. And so I want to give you guys a couple things that you can do when you're grieving to help your body physically, right? And so number one, definitely eating healthy. We want to make sure that we're eating right, eating more healthy things, making sure that we're not falling short on the healthy foods while we're grieving. Right, so we want to make sure that we're doing that, and just make sure that we're eating, period, first of all, because sometimes, again, you do lose your appetite once you start grieving. Also, making sure that we're drinking water. Again, this goes before you even start grieving as well, that you want to make sure you're drinking enough water every day. You should be drinking some amount of water every day. I don't know what necessarily what the rate of how much water you should drink a day. I know some people have the big gallons, some people have 5 gallons, some people got the big cups. I don't know, but making sure you're drinking some water every day, even if it's 1 bottle of water. I got mine right here that I've already started drinking on. Even if it's a couple of bottles, I mean, throughout the day, you should be able to drink, about 3 or 4 of these bottles of water with no problem. But making sure that we are drinking water, you definitely want to make sure you got enough water in your system. Again, before you even dealing with grief, you want to make sure that you have that water in your system. You want to make sure that you're eating right, you're eating healthy as you can. Also, that you are eating because you may lose your appetite. Again, just going over that again. Another thing that I would like us to do, number one, is to open the shades in the house. A lot of times we find ourselves when we start grieving, we close all the windows, we let down the shades, excuse me. But I want us to open up the shades, right? That's going to help you physically as well. Open up the shades, open up the window, get some fresh air in your house, in your life. And definitely get outside if possible. I am a person, I got a saying I always say, which is get some sun on your face, because that sun gives us the vitamin D, that we need to be healthy. The sun rejuvenates you, right? Just to be able to get outside, especially now. I'm in the Chicagoland area, and it's really starting to get nice in Chicago. So I've already been to the beach a couple times. So make sure you guys get outside, get some sun on your face, right? Also exercising, and we'll start right with just walking. Walking is a great exercise that you can do every single day. You don't necessarily have to walk, miles, but you should be able to do some kind of walking every single day in order to keep your blood flowing, in order to give you some peace of mind, right? Hiking. I started hiking a couple of years ago. I really love that, and I think that that um, the combination of walking and being in nature at the same time, I think it does something for your body, especially being in the big city like I am. There's a lot of concrete, there's a lot of, roads, sidewalks, roads, big buildings, skyscrapers, all of that as part of the city of Chicago. And so it helps you when you can get away from all of that, right? When you get away and go to, go out in nature, go on a picnic, go out on the forest preserve, go out in some of the nature parks and walk and see some of the nature, just to be surrounded by nature and how that, recognizing how that it affects you emotionally and physically, right? So I think walking, especially out in nature, is one of the best benefits that you can have in order to help to regulate your body. Also, there is, I mentioned exercise. If you can exercise outside of walking or, addition to walking, should I say, definitely you want to exercise, do some running. I also started running recently, did 2 5Ks last year. I have one coming up for this year. I want to do 3 this year, so I have one coming up soon. And so getting out there, whether you're walking, whether you're running, some kind of exercise. If you got a treadmill, get out there on that treadmill. Do some jumping jacks, but jump rope, jumping jacks too. But jump rope. Just find the easy things that you can do. Do some stretches. Take up some kind of stretches. Turn on your YouTube and look up stretching videos just to be able to stretch. Do some yoga. All of these things that you can do to help your body physically while you're going through the grieving process, because it's definitely going to be taxing on your body emotionally. But if you're not healthy, if you're not taking care of your body physically, there is also going to be a physical drain on you as well, right? And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, taking care of our bodies physically. So we talked about getting outside. We talked about opening those windows. We talked about getting some sun on your face. Another thing that you guys can do is journal. You guys can journal, right? And so journal is good for you because it allows you to release some of the things that you're holding inside, even when you don't feel like you can talk to somebody about it. So you can sit down and you can write and begin to write out your, use your journal to write out how you're feeling, write out, keep track on, your process during the day and during the weeks and how things is going. And even just to be able to also, write down, did you eat today? What was the last thing you ate today? How are you feeling? Did you lose your appetite today? Just to be able to keep track of that in your journal. So as you're journaling, again, it gives you the opportunity to think on some things, to process some things, but it also gives you opportunity to get those things on paper. And you can definitely not reach out, but you definitely can purchase one of our journals. I have one right here, which is our purpose journal, right, which is on Amazon. I'll make sure I put the links in the description, but you can find this one on Amazon. This is our purpose journal that we created with the Deal Heal Fulfill logo in the corner. But yes, you guys can journal, which will also help you to get some of those emotions out, which also helps you process some of those emotions and give yourself a release physically and mentally by doing that. So definitely want to do that. And I talked a little bit about the workshops that we have in the deal, not deal to heal, yes, deal to heal school for living on our. Let me get this back up. So in our deal to heal school for living community, we have some resources there that you guys to take, right? And so two of the things that we have one workshop called Embracing Your Grief, which is, kind of go along some of the things that we do here, but more in depth, where you can take that workshop and really begin to help you to process your grief that you're dealing with. Also, we have a we have a workshop called Maintaining Your Faith During Your Mourning, right? And so Tuesday we talked about how grief affects you in your relationships with your faith, because you may begin to lose faith because of some of the losses that you have. You may begin to question God because of the loss that you have, that you suffered, whether it's a loved one or the loss of a dream, whatever that loss is. You may begin to question, your beliefs because you were expecting a certain outcome. And so there's our workshop that we have called Maintaining Your Grief, Maintaining Your Faith During Your Mourning. So as you're mourning, as you're dealing with your grief, how do you maintain your faith? And so we have that workshop. Both of those workshops are available in our Deal to Heal School for Living community. Also, we'll be doing those. I will be leading those workshops ever so often on my what is it called? Eventbrite. Thank you. On my Eventbrite page, we will be doing virtual sessions of those workshops as well. And so I'll also put that information in the comments later. So depending on where you're watching this, whether you're watching it on YouTube or you're watching it on Facebook, I will make sure that I put those links there. And if it's not on that one that you're at, then it's probably on the other. So if it's not on LinkedIn, if it's not on Facebook, then it's probably on YouTube. But I'll try to get that information. But again, we doing these workshops. The workshops are available on the Deal to Heal School for Living as part of, when you join that community. But if you don't want to join the community and you just want to take the workshops itself, again, it's the Embracing Your Grief workshop, as well as the Maintaining Your Faith During Your Mourning workshop. Both of those workshops you can take those workshops virtually on Eventbrite. Man, my mind is going. So make sure you guys are checking that, taking advantage of that resource, because I definitely want you guys to take this journey seriously, right? And I know that emotionally you take it seriously, because when you're grieving, you have to take it seriously because it affects you emotionally. But I want you to be proactive in your journey, in your healing journey. As you begin to heal, you begin to see things a little bit differently. So I want us to be proactive in some of the things that we do. I want us to be proactive in our healing. I want us to be proactive in, our taking out time to give time to grief. Make sure we're taking out time to grieve. All of those things are important. And so I want to make sure that we are taking out the time to do that. Also, I did a cohort earlier this year workshop, and I'm going to be doing it again soon. So you guys stay posted, where we talk about dealing, healing, and fulfilling, right? And it's I think it's 4 weeks, 4 or 5 week intensive that we do. We meet once a week for 4 or 5 weeks, and each week we have a different topic. So the first week we talk about healing. Second week we talk about dealing with our issues. The fourth week we talk about identity, actually, before we get to fulfilling, and then we have a bonus one that I tell you about, guys, about when you go. But so just kind of watch my YouTube, what you watching this, or wherever you're watching this at, just kind of look for it. Also follow us follow me on Facebook, because that's where I will post most of the information, more information about things that I have going on. So again, today I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the um, physical changes that you go through and how grief affects us physically, and also to make sure that we're taking out time to do the necessary things to be help us to process our grief with our bodies, right? And not just emotionally and discarding how we're feeling physically, because that emotion, what goes on the inside of you, will come out on the outside eventually, right? So grief is that thing that it pushes through if you don't take out the time for it. And emotionally it pushes through, but physically it pushes through as well. And so you want to make sure that you're taking out your time, taking out the time to physically take care of yourselves. Also, I want to recommend two books when we're talking about dealing with your emotions and your physical body. One book is very well known. It's called The Body Keeps Score. Is a book that I have been recommended to me several times. I actually just bought it and we'll be starting it soon. But just by the reviews that it has and the people that has recommended it, I will recommend it as well, even though I haven't even read it yet. But I believe that it will be a help to you. But then there's another book called The Garden Within. The book The Garden Within by Dr. Anita Phillips, which I have read several times. I definitely want to encourage you guys to read those books as well, because that book itself, I know from my own personal experience of already having read it, that it is an amazing book. It talks about your body. It talks about how your body connects to nature, right? In comparison with some of the things that's in nature, that the same patterns that you find in nature, you also find in your body. And so when you are dealing with emotional stresses, how that emotion begins to work through your body naturally, that book is very good. Again, that is the Garden Within by Dr. Anita Phillips. And also make sure you guys check out The Body Keeps Score. I don't remember who wrote that, but if you just type it up, it's a very popular book, so I know that it'll come up. I will also put those links in the descriptions as well. So again, we want to make sure we're taking care of our body physically as we emotionally go through our grieving process, our healing process, and this healing journey that we're on. So that is it for me for today. Again, I am Ernest James. I'm your mental health advocate and your grief guide. Make sure you guys are checking us out. Check out our platform as well. Again, the Deal to Heal School for Living, where we have workshops and resources to help you on your healing journey, including the workshops, the grief, embracing your grief, and the workshop, maintaining your faith during your mourning. You can look it up on the school platform, or you could just scan the QR code in the upper corner, whichever corner that is in, and it'll take you straight there. The first 7 days is absolutely free, and after that, it's only $27 a month, and each month you have access to a new workshop. So make sure you guys go and check that out. So thank you guys once again for tuning in to another episode of your healing journey live. I promise you it's gonna get better. I promise you it's gonna get better. We're gonna eventually probably bring on some guests, and probably even kind of walk through some of the things that we talk about and that we teach in our workshops right here live, right? Or maybe we can even do a workshop live. I think that'd be cool too. So yes, make sure you guys check us out. Make sure you guys log back in every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We go live with your healing journey live. Again, I'm your host and your guide, your grief guide, Ernest James. Until next time, you guys be blessed.